and here in Thailand with BHMS 20 years ago. And I hope we can together the next 20 years with you and get many, many good students from this region. We love the Thai students, we love the Vietnamese, we love the Cambodians, we love the students from Myanmar and from Laos. They are very good students. They are very smart in education, they are very good in internship, and we can place these students around the world. At the moment we have much more jobs than students, so if you have good students, I can guarantee you we can bring them in a good career, in a good pathway to help them to build up their future. Benedict is one of the biggest education groups in Switzerland. We have about 15,000 students in language, in computer technologies, in medicine, in business. For our bachelor and master degrees, we have many programs in German, and our hotel management school is in Lucerne. We have about 1,100 students around, and we have students from more than 85 different nationalities. Thank you very much for supporting us. You did a great job. We are very proud to work together with you. And I come again in November. I will visit your agencies in some countries. I will announce it. And I'm happy to see you maybe this year or next year also in Switzerland. Come to see us in our campus in Lucerne. It's a wonderful place. You are my guests. Thank you very much for joining us. We are very proud to work with you. Go ahead this way. You were very professional. Thank you. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you very much.
We're here basically to celebrate our educational counselors. When I mean with celebrating, we genuinely appreciate your effort and your work. We know how the competition is. We know how the price competition is. And we genuinely appreciate your support. We really do. We want to thank you for that. Today I want to talk about something which is quite important. A lot of things are changing in education. It's changing all over the world and also here. A lot of things are changing. And I want to look at that. And I'm looking at it from a point of what is the return on investment of education? If you spend $100,000 for education, what is the return? Can we measure it? Because one of the key issues today is becoming the employability. You know, there's a lot of people graduating all over the world who can't get jobs. All over the world, in America too, in Australia too. So I want to talk about that. I don't want to go into the theory of return on investment. But return on investment is basically, if I spend money, I need to get the money back and more. As simple as that. Let's have a look at some facts. Until 2 years ago, now until 1 year ago, Apple, Google, global companies demanded 4-year degrees. They demanded an honors degree before you could even apply as a clerk in an office. That changed. Companies look at education different to what they did years ago. In the past, they looked at the ranking and the branding of a school. Today, they look at whether you had an education. That's it. Now we're seeing a major revolution happening in education. You see this going around the world. Education is changing. The reason for that, we can teach faster today. I remember we used to have 5-year bachelor degrees. Then it went down to 4 years. Today the 3-year bachelor degrees are normal. I know in your country it's still 4 years, but it's changing to 3 years. In Australia, in Canada, you can do a 2.5-year bachelor degree. The speed. There's another thing. We don't need the memory anymore. In the past, students memorized, they had a lot of knowledge, and companies purchased the knowledge, gave them money because they had knowledge. Today I have a mobile phone. In the mobile phone there's a girl called Siri. You can ask little Siri any question, she knows more than any student does. The information change is affecting education. I'm talking about also teaching outdated material. Now, I'm not criticizing teachers, I'm a professor. I also use textbooks. But a textbook, when it is written, when it's published and distributed, is outdated. Knowledge goes so much faster. If you get a new book, it's already old because it takes 2 years to get that book on the market. So we are seeing a lot of changes happening. And that's why I want to look at why do companies look at the graduates different today than 10 years ago. When I did my MBA, that's a few years back, a few more years back, I tripled my salary. I got 3 times more salary. My wife was very happy. Today, you're lucky if you get extra money. Because it's not really the education. It is different. You see, today the employer wants something very, very different. An employer wants basically soft skills and hard skills. Soft skills. They want people who can solve problems, not have knowledge, who can solve the problem. We call that the EQ, the emotional quotient, who have the ability to understand, to use, to communicate, to emphasize with others. Overcome challenges, avoid conflict. We are looking for these type of things. We don't teach these. We cannot teach this in marketing. Attitude, critical thinking, teamwork and language. That's what companies look for. Our education system in any country is not equipped to do that. So we need to relook at education. Education is there to enhance young people's ability to get a career. And that's what education is for. I help young people through an education to get a career. And for these students pay local income. That's why we need to look at the whole thing a little bit differently. You see, it comes down to the question of skill or knowledge. What's more important, knowledge or skill? Or do we need both? Knowledge changes every day. It continuously changes and updates. Skill is the application of the knowledge, how I use the knowledge with my hands. So we're basically saying the knowledge is what's up here. This is my computer. The skill is when I use my hand. There's a third component which I'll talk later on. We also need our heart. When we ask employers, what is the most important thing? This is a real chart taken from the last Human Resource Management Conference in Hong Kong. The employers don't talk about Oxford. They don't talk about high grades. They don't talk about what you like. The employers don't even ask for your specialty. They don't care whether you can dance or you like singing, all these things. They will say, I want people who can communicate and have interpersonal skills. I can deal with people which I like and I don't like. I have communication skills. You know, we don't teach this. University don't teach this. Ability to work within a team. And the problem with team means I have to work with people I like and I don't like. I have to work with them, otherwise I can't get the job done. Analytical and problem-solving skills. There are big problems and small problems. We all have to fix things all the time. That's what they're looking for. Leadership skills. That does not mean giving instructions. To me, leadership skills means how I help another person to be better. That's all. Strategic thinking skills. That's what the employers ask. By the way, in this conference, this is also representing what good employers want. They don't talk about technical skills, soft skills. You see, return on investment is an evidence when an employer buys you, your student, buys your skills, the soft and hard skills, which is really the outcome of the knowledge you've acquired in school. The return on investment is if he buys you, that means he gives you a contract and pays you money because you have studied. There's another chart was written by a different organization. Again, what do employers look for? The same thing.
We would like to award our agents who produce good and they have good performance. To begin with, Rising Star Award. Okay. So this award is for our new active agents who have performance. We would like to award thanks for your professional education counseling. To begin with, World Class Education from Thailand.
What? Okay, this is all. Congratulations, you're wonderful.
Actually, she just started work with us last year and already cannot count how many students she sent.
Thank you so much. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay.
And another agent is
Okay. Congratulations, you're wonderful.
actually she just started work with us last year and already cannot count how many students she
Thank
sent.
you so much. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay.
And another agent is
Okay. Super. Good luck. Thank you. Pleasure. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. All the best. Thank you. Pleasure. Okay.